What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. This paint is taking way too long to get painted. I'm not gonna lie, I've been kind of putting it off. I'm not the biggest fan of painting and there's a lot of prep work still, so I've been kind of being lazy about it. But if you could tell, I'm wearing a sweater, so it's getting cold. So now the plan is I'm hoping to paint it Sunday. It is now Saturday, so I'm hoping to get it painted tomorrow. And again, it's getting late, it's cold, it was raining, couldn't paint it. We did pick up the stuff though. So the cost of the paint was $210. That's also including this gallon of acrylic lacquer thinner. I was getting low, so I wanted some. They threw those sticks in. This is our single stage. This is Laguna Seca Blue. At least it should be. It better be. And then this is our activator. And this should be our hardener, which it is. So that's everything I picked up for $210. Luckily, I do still have some epoxy primer. So we are going to be using this. And the epoxy primer, you use the reducer and you use this. That's your hardener. So hopefully all this stuff is, yeah, it's still liquid. Hopefully it's still good to go. The supplies I have from the past. So we have a bunch of tack claws, funnels, sticks that I'm probably not going to use because it's full of stuff. This is our new spray gun. This is literally like the cheapest gun I could find on Amazon. I think it was like 50 or 60 bucks. Cups, we'll use new ones. This is some tape. This is an old regulator that I had. And we're going to be using this on the door to mask up. It's just some paper. That's all it really is. I got it last year. We also have 2 rolls of tape. And this big thing right here. This is our wrap. I'm hoping this will work. I was looking for what I used last year and I couldn't really find it. This looks like it's going to work, so hopefully it will work. But basically, we're going to wrap the sheet all the way around the garage, up above the kayak, all around, so nothing gets overspray and only the car parts get painted. So let's get this done. We just finished masking everything up. It's definitely not the best paint booth, but it'll work. Using what we have and taking advantage of it, that's kind of what I do. So one of the biggest issues that we had last time was lighting. Especially when you have a full car in here. It's a small little garage. It was full of stuff. It was very hard to see where I painted, where it was what, where it wasn't. And last year for Christmas, I actually got this light right there. And that was on sale for $40 at the time. I think we got it from Costco. And oh my God, is this thing bright. Just watch this, okay? Watch behind me, all right? Oh. Look how bright it is. It's real bright, so we should be good this time around. You can see everything, so I like it. Good morning, guys. I can't see anything. That's how bright the sun is. But it's paint day. Last night we got it all draped up. Everything's covered up. So right now I just kind of I've been getting everything ready off camera. Swept out the garage like 5 times. Probably gonna do it again. I'm going to try to water the floor too before I spray. Pretty much what we got to do now is pretty much just mask up the areas we don't want painted. So like the grill, I don't want the black painted, so I got to mask all this up. For the door, I'm going to put paper all the way around the edge and the bottom and stuff, just so we don't get spray on the seals this time like we did last time. And like obviously put some masking in here so we don't get spray on the glass and mask up the glass. So, and we're also, look at these wasps, bro, get away from my tea. Look at this. These wasps are so annoying, man. They're honestly probably the worst thing about summer or like nice weather. Bro, this guy's stuck behind the plastic. Oh my god, this is crazy. Let's put it there for now. Basically, we're gonna use this wax and grease remover to kind of just clean off the surfaces. Shouldn't really take too long to do, but you do want to do it a couple of times just to make sure you don't got any grease or dirt stuck on there. So I'm probably gonna give everything a quick look over with this, mask everything up, and go over it again just to make sure everything is money. Yeah, I guess let's just bust this out and stop wasting time. Yeah, so everything is masked off. I've gone over all the parts twice with wax and grease remover, and we're pretty much ready to spray. I'll have to go over stuff with the tack cloth, as you can see. So before I begin to put any primer down, I'll go over with the tack cloth real quick. I've been sitting here mixing this stuff up again because it's pretty much settled back to and separated. So I've been stirring this now for about 5 minutes. We're going to be doing 2 and probably 2 for the reducer. So 2 parts primer, 1 part hardener, and then 2 parts reducer. I might add a little bit more reducer just so we get a thin layer. The plan when spraying this is kind of what I did last time with the body parts, and it's to put like 2 thin layers, like really thin, like just enough to say it was on there, and then go ahead and do base coat. Otherwise, if I do it too heavy, I'm gonna have to wait for another day for everything to harden and dry, or even worse, we're gonna get a really bad orange peel, and then I'm gonna have to sand it all, which I really don't want to do. So that's the plan. Yeah, I mean, it's all you kind of do is you just measure the cup, put what you need in, and then send it. I'm probably going to do it around, I think it's like 29 psi on the gun, using a 1.4 tip, and I'm going for about 75% coverage, kind of thing like that. I'll focus first on spraying parts that are more harder to reach, and then the easier parts I will spray and get all done. I'll probably throw you guys in a time lapse for this. It's nothing really exciting, just putting paint down. Well, there we go. There's the primer. The side skirt really ain't gonna come out nice. Yeah, but I mean, I really didn't prep this to come out nice. Like, it was a cheap side skirt. I just want something that's blue that's on there. It's probably gonna fly off again, to be honest, over the winter. I could have done a better job sanding this. Like, this edge is a little aggressive right here. And right here and right there. But honestly, I don't really care. I'm kind of overdoing this again. The only reason why I am doing it is because my neighbor again. Even like this curve right here, I could see like it's not great. It's good enough, honestly. As long as the car's blue, I really don't care. Yeah, I really didn't do a great job body working this one, I'll be honest with you. I'm seeing stuff now that should have gone over more, but honestly, I don't really care. Which is sad, but I don't. Like, look at that. That's a mess. that's an absolute mess. There's lots of dust on this too, like tons. And again, I'm not painting in a booth. I'm painting in a garage that's full of dust, and we cut a bunch of wood and stuff all the time in here, so it's bound to be dusty. The bumper turned out pretty well, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna put another layer of primer. I think this is gonna be the only layer. You can see where the bumper cracked there. I didn't really do a great job fixing it right there. Honestly, again, I don't really care. There's gonna be a license plate right here. You probably won't even see it. But overall, it looks decent, I guess. So I already finished cleaning out the gun. I did that off camera because you don't care, obviously. I'm gonna clean up the primer, get all this stuff kind of put away. I don't need it. I already tried using a tack cloth on the dust. The dust is in the primer. I'm just gonna leave it. It is what it is. I honestly don't care. It's bad, but I don't care. Like, it's a winter beater. In probably 2 years, I'm probably gonna have to scrap the car anyways. Yeah, so I'm just gonna kind of clean up this area, get everything kind of put away, and then we will start laying the base. And the base coat, let me see what it is. I think it's like a 6-to-1, something like that. So base coat is a 6-1-in-1. I'm probably gonna use around the same type of PSI. It is a little higher here. We'll see. I'll play with the settings, see what I like. And yeah, I'll give this another 10-15 minutes, and then we can go ahead and put some blue down. I'm gonna clean this up, clean up the work area, and then we'll get started. Ooh, gotta love that blue. Can't see it. Laguna Seca. Okay, let's get that off. I went ahead, I've been slowly trying to clean up the gun and all that. So the gun is pretty much cleaned up. It's just kind of more putting away the mess. Painting wise, it didn't come out perfect, but I do think this is probably our best paint yet. Obviously something that I've realized is the lighting is huge. Let me just kind of show you why. So at first glance, it really doesn't look that bad. I would say the best thing that I did today was the bumper. I think the bumper looks really good. The orange peel isn't anything crazy. Obviously, there is some orange peel. We didn't get any of the weird like pitting that we got last time, because around this area I had like weird pitting. And I think what happened was an area dried and I didn't get paint on it as soon as possible. Orange peel's a little bit worse over here, but I think that's because of lighting, because everywhere I can really see very well. I was able to put a heavy coat on, and the orange peel really ain't that bad. Like, obviously, yes, there is some. It's gonna need a cut and a polish, but I think it looks really good, honestly. And even the area I repaired, it looks OEM. Like, it doesn't even look like there was an accident there, so I'm pretty pumped about that. The bottom side, honestly, I didn't really care if it didn't come out that great, because obviously you're not going to see it. The door. So I found that the flare came out really well. There's like next to no orange peel on it. You can see on the side where there's a shadow, there's a little bit. It was harder to see. And the door itself, there's tons of dust. You can see it's all over the car. There's tons of dust in here. There's not really much I can do about the dust. It is what it is. I'm working with what I got. And you can see, like, going by this, the amount of orange peel that's in here. And again, I think it's because of the lighting, because I didn't really put a good layer on it, I think. We'll see how it turns out when it dries. And I've noticed these little white spots. See that right there? But right there, it's almost like the paint didn't want to like dry there. It looks like, I don't know exactly what happened there, but it looks like there's something there and the paint's kind of avoiding it. There's a couple spots on the door. There's one there. That I think is just dust. There was another one somewhere. Yeah, you can see there's lots of dust. Lots and lots of dust. But for what I'm going... Oh, there's another one right here. And I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was, but there's one here and there's one there. I'm wondering if maybe when I was pouring this out, maybe some splashed on the door. I really don't know. But what I'm going to do is after we kind of give this a cut, like sand it down, wet sand it, I'm going to see if I can mix up a little tiny bit of paint and just kind of touch it up there. And honestly, that doesn't really matter because trim goes over it, but I don't want like rust coming through. But I'll definitely try to touch that up and any other spots that are really bad. And then we'll see if we can flatten out the paint and then we give it a polish. Hopefully that goes away. The side skirt surprisingly came out like half decent. Again, other than dust being all over it, it's really not that bad. I've kind of noticed with single stage, you got to go heavy, especially on the last coat to really get a smooth finish. I don't know if that's for all paints, but that's something I've noticed for single stage. I don't know if that's the right way. It's just something I've done and it seems to be working in my favor. I also did try to make sure I got all up in here. You probably can't really see, but I try to make sure I got coverage on there so everything is sealed up. Hopefully we did a good job. We will find out in a year or two. But I am hoping this is my last paint job for a while. At least like 2 to 3 years. Oh, and I realized I didn't put my hood on. I totally meant to do that. My hair feels like there's like hairspray in it. Ah, crap. Yep. I meant to do that. I did that last time and I totally... Great. Great. Okay. Yes, like I was saying, I hope this is the last time I got to paint for a long time. I don't mind it. You know, it's something to learn and it's fun. Like, it's rewarding. Let's just say that. It's very rewarding when it's done. Like, I'm stoked on the bumper. The bumper looks sick. The door, it's whatever. Hopefully we can buff that out and it's okay. Side skirt, I can care less. I really don't care. It would just be nice for the next time around we're working on a car that is more of a show quality car and it's not a winter beater. That's kind of why I don't really care that much how this paint job turns out. And I'd also want like a proper booth with proper lighting. I feel like if I had those two things, we could make a really good paint job. And I think we could do a really good job. Even with this really cheap equipment, like the spray gun was like $50. This, you know, water trap and pressure gauge was probably like $25 from Amazon. Like, that's not a lot of money and you could definitely do something decent with it. It's honestly, it's all the prep. If you put a lot of prep into it and you take your time, you make sure everything is a-okay, you get a good paint. If you rush it, it's gonna, you know, it's gonna show. Obviously, I kind of try to make sure I did a good job with this paint job and the body work, but I also was on a rush because, again, it's not a show car, it's a winter beater. So, you know, within the first 2 months, the car got beaten on. So I really don't want to do anything crazy and spend tons of time on something like this that could just get damaged. But I think it's pretty cool. I think we did a good job considering our working conditions and our cheaper equipment. This just shows you if I could do it, you could do it. So I'm going to go ahead, cut the video here, let this stuff dry for a couple of days before I start getting into sanding and stuff. And that's it, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to leave a like, comment if you have any questions. I'm not an expert, but I'm giving it a shot. And subscribe if you want to see more. I have lots of stuff I want to do on the channel. You know, if we get the support, we can do crazy things. So, take it easy, guys. I just looked at my hair and it's blue. Nice. Wear a hood. Do yourself a favor, wear a hood.